Hi, I just see here at this gas pump the word liberty, and it reminds me of more than 200 years ago, blood was shed so that an American democracy could be born. Today we've got a lot of problems here in America. They aren't the problems that are just created by the Republicans and just created by the Democrats. The administrations back through time basically, bit by bit, chopped away at the foundations of our freedom, our economic freedom, in many ways turned our country over to the interest of the big banks and the Wall Street. And we see that in this current election. One of the things that I noticed in District 1 is George Demos is running for Congress. If you look back at his history, you see at one point he was a lawyer with the Securities and Exchange Commission. He was charged with protecting the interest of everyday investors so that they would be protected against the conflicted interest of banks and brokerage companies. A whistleblower came to him and said, look, I found out this information about what looks like skullduggery here and dishonesty at one of the largest investment banks in the country. And what did George Demos do? Did he protect the confidentiality of that person? No. As a result, that person got fired. Now that person, the whistleblower who tried to do the right thing to protect the interest of investors, can't find a job on Wall Street. He's blacklisted. He's seemingly violated the very laws that he was supposed to protect and defend when he had that position at the Securities and Exchange Commission as a lawyer. I don't want a guy like that in Congress. I don't want a guy like Randy Altschuler in Congress. Get involved. Learn what's happening. Go to the polls and vote on September 14th. I don't want a guy like Randy Altschuler in Congress. Why? I don't think somebody who goes and exports and transfers and outsources jobs from American companies and sends them overseas should be rewarded by being made a congressman of the United States. I think that my daughter is my concern, her future is my concern. Shh, Emma. And I do not want a person like that in this Congress. And that's why I'm active in this particular campaign, and I'll be active in others. So on September 14th, outsource Randy Altschuler. OutsourceRandy.com. Take a look at our spoof website and join the movement. Thanks a lot for all your support. I hope you've been able to get a chuckle out of our videos about this very serious subject. America cannot compete unless our education gets stronger and until our business leaders stop taking actions that actually support and help the economies of other countries. And I don't mean that outsourcing is not something that we can do in America. We have to be competitive, but that's not why Randy Altschuler and his partner started the company. They started it just to make money. That's the only thing that they were concerned about. And that's not the kind of leader I want in Congress. And that's why I'm supporting Chris Cox, but do not let that guy Randy Altschuler be put in Congress to be trusted with your vote. He's an opportunist in my mind, and that's why I've lampooned him in these spots. And by the way, Randy, if you have the guts to show up, I'll send a film crew over and you can say to people exactly, one-on-one, and I'll put a little tag at the end of the commercial with your comments about why did you outsource those jobs? Why didn't you stop for a moment and think about the people whose incomes you destroyed? I don't think that was in your worldview at the time, Mr. Altschuler. But if you want to show up at the end of my commercial and say, my name is Randy Altschuler, and I don't approve this message, and tell the world why, you can do so. But I can guarantee something. I know the kind of guy you are, you aren't going to show up.